Hey, what's up, everybody? My guest this week, her name's Chelsea.
Hi.
She's the first guest with a mask.
Yeah.
Because she's responsible. Most of my guests just trust me that I tell them I already had it. I got the antibodies, and I still get rapid tested before I come and record. But that's fine, Chelsea. I know you got other clients that you have to be around, and you don't want to be the one to kill.
It's nothing personal, Gare. It's just COVID safety.
You're my first guest that is like behind the camera, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, all the time.
So you're a publicist.
Correct. I am your publicist.
Granted, but you got other clients too.
I do. One of which we were at a birthday party for a few years ago.
Oh, is that girl from that cheerleading movie?
Yeah, that girl, that cheerleader movie.
What
I
was
think
her
she was like a
name?
Clover.
She just had a baby or something. She's married to some retired basketball player. What the hell is that girl's name? Some weird, like it's like mine. It's like not a common name.
You guys have like the same first initial of your first name.
Have you heard the singer Lady Gaga?
I have.
Well,
no name
come
dropping.
on.
No name
Who else
dropping.
you got? What's your company called?
The Lead Company.
But I always thought it was the Letty.
I know, it's weird.
Spell it.
L-E-D as in David E.
Letty. Lead.
Sure.
Lead is L-E-A-D. I was thinking it was maybe initials, but yours is C-T. That clearly has nothing to do with Leedy. Letty.
No, it's not even my middle name. So
What's your middle name? Let's put all your business out there. So people can Google
I'm actually
you.
not a fan of my middle name, so I don't,
What is
use
it, like
often.
Grace or Florella or something?
It's not Grace, but it's something sort of like
Old?
maiden-y, yeah.
Margaret?
No, close.
Margie?
No, that'd be good though. Margie.
Nancy?
Nope, but that's my mom's name.
Really? Mm-hmm. Sounds like a detective.
Like Nancy Drew.
Yeah. You're not going to tell your middle name? Mm-mm. So my question is, if we cannot have the most sarcastic relationship on the planet,
Hard.
how does
us.
someone become a publicist?
I actually just spoke to a class of 11th graders in Brooklyn about this last week. I had zero aspirational information to give them because you can really become a publicist in so many different ways. I started interning when I was in high school. I needed to get a job over the summer.
You grew up in LA though, right?
I grew up in LA, born and raised. What's up, Lakers? Go Dodgers.
What part of LA?
I grew up in Hancock Park.
Okay.
Heard of it? Maybe
Yep.
not. Maybe
Yep.
not. I went to high school in Brentwood. If
That's
that says anything
OJ.
about...
That's all people think about. Because I live in Brentwood and, well, I'm not going to tell people where I live. I just told people where I live. Damn it. I just told you. And I've hid that for 3 years.
Not anymore.
Because I live near a Brentwood.
A Brentwood.
Yeah, in California, but not that Brentwood.
A different one.
Definitely.
Okay. It's a different one, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Don't...
Yeah. Actually, it's not. It's
not
Eastwood.
Brentwood. Okay.
Yeah, it's where Clint Eastwood
Okay.
from.
Southwood.
Yeah. I live in Fresno.
So yeah, I in high school I was told I needed to get a job or an internship by Nancy, my mom, and being as lazy as I was, I went the internship route since they couldn't hire me every single day. 2 days a week for the summer was really good for me. And I got an internship with my friend's father's publicist. It's what happens when you grow up in LA. Your parents' friends are in the industry. And I was hooked from there. I got in trouble a lot at school, like for talking a lot and passing notes. And I figured, I'm not going to be a lawyer. I'm not going to be a doctor. What can I do where I can talk a lot and like communicate? So I went to college in Boston.
What college?
I went to Emerson.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You weren't talking that much.
Well,
it's not an easy school to get into.
It was very cold. I did come home every other weekend.
Every weekend from Boston?
Yeah, my parents like to joke that I commuted to college from LA. So that was
So you
rough.
really came home every weekend because of the cold?
Yes. Being a native Angelino, I do not acclimate well to cold weather, snow, sleet, I learned about today. Even rain is really tricky for me.
Really?
Yeah, the first day of classes, I had an 8 a.m. class, and it was pouring rain, and I didn't make it.
Yo, every time you breathe, I think I'm in Batman.
It's kind
Like you're
of
like a female Bane right now.
right? It's like very aggressive.
I'm just waiting for you to commit a crime. What's interesting is this is the difference between guys and girls going to college. You came home because of the weather every weekend, right?
Yeah.
Now, when I went in the Navy, I was first stationed in Washington, D.C.
You
and I
couldn't
was-
really go home every weekend.
What if I tried to get back to my hometown, small town, every chance I got? Then my cousin, years later, went to Penn in Philly.
Oh.
And his mom, my aunt, would always be like, yo, Robbie's coming home like every weekend. It's like he's not gone. I said, being a teenage kid myself, and now
Right.
Robbie's here, I said, he hasn't gotten laid yet.
Was
to my
that it?
aunt. And I go, because when you're a teenager, and you go to another city, and you don't meet girls right away, you think, oh, I know how to handle the girls in my
At
hometown.
home, right.
And I literally told my aunt, I go, when he gets laid, he'll stop coming home.
And is that what happened?
Christmas. He was not even trying to come up for Christmas. I told my aunt, I go, Robbie got laid.
Wait.
I don't know if
for
you know this, but
Christmas.
now he realizes girls in Philadelphia
will-
have sex also.
You will never see him again.
Yeah.
Like,
And
Rob
he never moved
coming
back.
home.
He met a girl at Penn. He's married to her now.
No way. Oh, unfortunately, that's not my story, but that's
Yeah.
probably
Well, I'm saying
because
that's
I
the difference between
kept,
guys and girls.
coming home every weekend, you know? Yeah, Boston wasn't really my scene for a myriad of reasons.
But you graduated.
I graduated, and I came running back to LA I finished a semester early and was ready to kickstart my career in publicity.
But you just start putting out applications or contacts? You already had contacts?
You know, you get a resume together, and I just started doing my research and seeing what firms were out there. And, you know, what I didn't realize when I graduated or while I was even in college is that there are so many different types of publicists. You can work for corporate, you can do music, you can do entertainment, you can do so many different kinds of PR that it was hard for me at first to sort of narrow down what sort of field and interest I wanted to be in. And
Started your own PR company, right?
well, not my own,
But you're with other people, like,
yeah, we have since
came in
left,
together.
and we came in together and started something really incredible.
Okay, when I saw you at Gabrielle's birthday party last year, pre-COVID, do you realize how drunk I was at that party?
Yes, but we were also making fun of that girl who threw up behind that
Yeah.
sofa.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
remember that? And for as drunk as you were, I've never seen someone so quickly like ask if they can help clean up.
No, do you know the whole story about my night that night? I helped clean up the party. I was so gone. I was taking the trash out with the staff. I was the last one to leave. I was like, oh, everybody's gone.
Like, it's
but
over?
me. When I say gone,
You were, yeah. I
What-
mean,
here's
that
what-
was a great party.
and it was a day party.
It was a day party for like 4 hours. Could have been an all-nighter.
And it was the, what is it, the versus battle? Before the versus
Yeah,
battle.
it truly
Too
was.
Short and E40 was
Too
there.
Short, E40, Sweetie.
Right?
Let's not forget that.
And her boyfriend, Quavo. I almost said the wrong boy.
I don't know if they're still dating, but at the time,
think they are.
It was Quavo. Snoop was there. He didn't perform though.
He didn't perform. But you didn't need it. It was
But that
Bay
was a
Area.
really fun party, and the theme was even more fun. Do you remember the theme?
Yeah, it was it was mid 90s or early 90s.
I
like
took it
LA.
as like iconic LA, so like I wore my high school uniform,
See, I fucked up.
and everyone thought I was 17.
Yeah, because a couple people I was like, I'm looking at them like, are you going to be on To Catch a Predator? Because
Yeah.
I think a couple people
was my-
thought you was young and was talking to you. I go,
And then we're really upset when I was like, I'm in my 30s.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn.
I thought I was grooming you, baby.
Yeah. I was like, But it was weird because the bartenders kept like asking me for an ID and I didn't bring one.
Well, you didn't ask me once.
Well, you also weren't in your high school uniform, Gare.
Facts. I thought.
Next time.
Here's the thing. I just end up showing up with somebody.
Who did
I
you
didn't-
even come with?
I think Ealy called me or something.
Or like
Ealy, Michael Ealy You don't rep him, do you?
No.
Here's the thing about Michael Ealy. He's supposed to be this family guy, laid back, thespian. Every time I'm with that dude, I'm fucked up. And I'm like, dude, you're the devil. Because every time I'm with him, it was consistent for COVID. And it's all random. It's never planned. I showed up at Deion Taylor, the director. Showed up at his surprise, I think it was his birthday or his wife's birthday. Then we ended up at James Lopez's birthday party.
Okay.
Tanked.
by arrival.
And hold on.
Lit.
I wasn't even supposed to be at Deion. I can't remember if it was Deion Taylor or his wife's birthday. I wasn't supposed to go. I got a last minute invite. Like, yo, somebody called and said, yo, Deion's over here, man. Stop by. It was at the W in UCLA, right? So I showed up, and then they said, yeah, we're going to James Lopez's party. I said, all right, I'll go.
Hey, let's go.
Rode with Mike and his wife. We get there, fucked up.
You're like their child in a way.
Why do you say that?
And
I rode in the back.
Babysitting you. You're in the back seat.
Rode in the back seat of their Tesla, and they had to move the baby seats.
I was gonna say, did you have a baby seat?
I had to move them so I could sit in there. The baby seats were locked in, so they had to move the baby seats out of the way so I could sit because I just invited myself.
Right.
And then that one, and then Kevin Hart's 40th.
I heard that was a really fun party.
That was dope, but I think that was kind of planned. I told Mike and his wife.
Kind of planned.
Well, me and Mike was both invited, and then I said, yo, I remember I was staying at the Dream that night. I said, I'm going to stay at the Dream because it's close to where the party was.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to stay at the Dream. Mike goes, all right, well, me and the wife will meet you over there, and we'll all go together.
Great. Please move the baby seats before you come to pick me up.
I think we walked.
Oh, even
from the
better.
Dream. It was that close. That's why I stayed there. And then...
Did you have like a child harness on?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't. But
Not
I did.
that night.
Nope. and then Gab's party, and then right after Gab, we ended up in Hawaii at the same time. Random. I'm on Instagram, and his wife posted something, and I hit him up. I said, "Are you in Hawaii, bro?" Next thing I know, we're at a luau, pounding. Then a couple days later, we went over. We were at a hotel. They were at some house that somebody let them use, and next thing I know, want a drink? Nah. All of a sudden, tank. Full disclosure, went in the back, smoked some weed. No one knew about. Some locals stopped by the crib.
Some locals.
I was all over the place. I think I watched a Disney movie with his kids at one point.
Gary.
I was like so lit, like, dude,
like,
Mufasa is an amazing
good.
actor.
Fuck.
Hey, kid, dies at the end. Call me an asshole, but.
/ passes out on the couch, and they're like, Dad, your friend's asleep. What should we do?
I don't think Gabrielle's party.
That party was great. That was a fun time. I really, it also made me feel really good. People thought I was young.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're always going to look young, though.
It's Botox, baby.
That's not it.
Shout out to Dr. Obioha for that one.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Botox.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I need to get some.
That's why everyone thought I was 17. Well, and the uniform, but...
I got to get something like that.
We'll hook you up, Gare.
Good, look at that.
See, look at mine.
It's hardly there.
Yeah, see?
When's the last time you got it?
3 months ago. It's almost time for a re-up.
But I look like this. I think my eyebrows would stick up.
I don't think that's how it works.
My forehead? Because it's tightened and everything, right?
Yeah.
So it's...
But your eyebrows won't stick out. I don't think it. Do I look like that?
No, I'm saying I would think I would look like.
Just really like smooths everything out.
Maybe LA's different. I shouldn't probably get Botox in Ohio.
No, I am nothing against Ohio and the dermatological staff there. I just feel like LA's the place to do anything cosmetic.
Or Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good second.
I had a buddy of mine. This is totally off topic. We'll get back to the party in a minute. I had a buddy. He just came to see me last week at one of my shows. But shouts out to Focus Aid for that burp.
For that
Inside.
Focused burp.
Yeah. I had a buddy. He got his teeth done in Colombia.
His teeth done in Colombia?
Yeah, and he said the guy does like Rick Ross.
Like
does
he
all
had
these-
grills made?
No, he got his teeth like fixed. Like they're perfect now. They're white.
They're veneers.
I guess he got them all done. Him and his girl, they both have perfect teeth, and it
Did
doesn't
he
look.
treat his girl to teeth?
Maybe that'd be different.
Is that like a strange gift?
Because I follow him on Instagram, and then I asked him, I said, "Did you really get your teeth done in Colombia?" He goes, "Dude, it's like a 2-hour flight from Miami or something." And he
I've
goes,
been.
and then he said, "Yeah, the guy does like." He was showing me the guy's Instagram page, a doctor, and he had like Rick Ross on there.
Isn't it crazy? I hate
When you're a
the sound of
publicist,
my
are you always
voice.
on your phone?
All the time.
Who's calling you right now?
No one's calling. I just have a plethora of fresh emails that have come in
From who?
from a lot of people.
Entertainment Tonight?
No.
Is it true, like, I've always wondered this. Is it true, like, sometimes celebs or their publicists will call the paparazzi to say, hey, they're at the Coffee Bean?
You know, I've never personally done that.
Have you heard it's done, though?
I've heard it's done.
Hmm.
Don't do it, though.
Come on. Me? I'm the one jucking behind. I got hemmed up at TMZ yesterday when I got to LA.
Really?
I said, must be a slow day.
Did they have masks and PPE,
Yeah, it was-
and did they keep a social distance?
He did. He had the mask on and everything. He didn't care that I had my earbuds in and was faking it. I wasn't talking. And
He's
I had
still
I,
shouting at you.
I had my manager Lisa on the phone,
Lisa.
and I said, "Lisa, stay on the phone. Stay on the phone." And she goes, "Okay." And then the way Delta is now at LAX is their baggage claim you lose service because it's like underneath
Right.
now.
It's like the new terminal or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you lose it. So I lost her. I walked out. I'm still faking. Gary, just 1 second. Just 1 second. I go, oh, he's lying. 5 minutes later, dude's still talking. I was like,
He's still talking to you at the airport right now.
killing me. Dude, he wanted to know about Ted Cruz, leaving Texas. You know I got caught in that, right, a couple weeks ago?
That's
we pre-filmed this.
You didn't go to Cancun?
No, I was stuck in my hotel for 3 days with no power and no water.
So what do you do in that situation? Because I thought about it, and I don't know what I'd do.
Couple of things that made it bearable. One, for some reason, I could link the internet to my iPhone. So I was able to get on my laptop and like watch Netflix.
By using your phone as a hotspot.
Yeah. And
That's
I'd have to go to my
expensive.
car to charge it. I had to rent a car. But
And you could like turn the heat on in the car.
Yeah,
And do you
the
have,
room never
like-
got too bad. It was like the last day was high 50s in the room, but
Inside.
you got to realize, okay, so I think I was on the 9th floor.
Okay.
So when you're on the floor like that, it's completely encompassed. So there's no outdoor wind coming in. The lobby
Right.
was freezing. I felt so sorry for the front desk workers, and the lobby was freezing. And then one day I sat there, I went and got Raising Cane's chicken, right? It only places open were a few
Never
fast
dull
food.
moment, Gary.
You had to drive. You couldn't get on the highway. Highways are closed.
Okay.
Because the on and off ramps were iced up. You couldn't
Jeez.
get on there. So you're side streets.
So you're just like cruising along.
You got to find somewhere to eat. I'm starving. There's nowhere to eat.
No room service at the hotel.
Nothing. The restaurants are all closed.
Right.
Chefs and cooks can't get to work. Everything's closed. This Cane's had the longest. It was a Wendy's and a Cane's. So those are my options. I'm gonna go with Raising Cane's chicken.
I like that option for you.
Yeah. I get in the
Seems
Raising Cane's
better.
line. It's coming from two directions, right? And then
It's like
you
a
merge.
vaccine site.
Yeah. Everybody's merging. Why? I'll stop. I don't want to breathe on yourself. Stop while you do it. Chelsea, you got perfect teeth too. Who's your dentist? Let's shout out to your
My boyfriend
Botox.
bought me my teeth. No, I'm kidding.
No, really?
No.
I go, my buddy gets around. that's his thing with chicks.
Signature gift. Like, babe,
I got you.
for Valentine's Day, I got you teeth.
He's doing a Jeffrey Epstein with teeth.
With teeth.
Yeah, this guy has bought literally a girl in every state teeth.
Flies them to Colombia.
Yeah, flying to Colombia, sets it all up, gets
Pretends
crazy.
he's getting new teeth too.
Yeah, same teeth, just gets them cleaned.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole scam.
So I'm in the Raising Cane's, and the lines everybody's merging. Why do I get the one lady don't want to merge?
Well,
and
that's typical.
She's so aggressive, and I really
She was
rolled down my
pissed.
window. I go, zzz, I go, we're merging. And she goes, no, you got to go around. Like, she wanted me to go to the end of her line.
She was like, no, thank you. I am not
I was so
buying
confused.
what you're selling. Please return to the end of the line.
I looked at her, I said, where did you come up with that? And she goes, I was here for lunch. This is like 7 p.m. I was like this. Oh, you're just raising canes in it all day.
You're just going around and around.
That's not what we're doing now. That was lunchtime traffic, I guess.
Right.
So, and then after I told her no, but she had to see every car was merging before him. There was
she did
100
not
cars.
Care. She didn't care.
It wasn't just not letting me in. It was her cussing inside her car until I asked her to roll down the window. Like, I rolled down so calm, like, zzz, and I was like, I waved and I go, we're merging. No, you got to go around. I went, no, everybody's merging.
This is what we do.
Well, here's the thing.
She didn't get it.
I was in the Raising Cane's parking lot. She was on the line that is coming from not
the
parking
opposite
lot.
side.
Yeah.
Like the Wendy's side.
Right.
So
You're
she
not
was
even.
in the wrong line.
She was in the wrong.
Well, what kind of rental car did you have?
Audi.
Oh, okay.
It was an Audi car.
I was going to say it would be like very funny if you were in like a small vehicle.
Smart car.
Yeah, and she's like yelling at you from her like 4x4
I'm all up.
F-250.
We're merging.
And she's like, get the fuck out of here.
No.
Was it good chicken though?
It was. And so I got to
Did you
eat in
go
the lobby.
back for lunch?
No, I didn't go for lunch. I was eating once a day. I was drinking muscle milk.
So you were on my diet.
You eat once a day? Okay. So I got to sit in the lobby and eat because I don't have light in my room unless I'm getting the light from the street lights if my curtains are open.
Right.
Or my laptop. So I'll just eat in the lobby.
That's
It was a little
wild.
When you sit there and you eat in the lobby of a hotel with no power, no water, then you feel for the front desk, the complaints they got.
No.
I was dumbfounded. One guy showed me, goes, there's not even a bar open? I can't even get a beer? Like, oh, God, a fucking I can't get a beer.
I mean, alcohol does make everything better. I will say that. But did you bring them chicken back?
I did not. I crushed mine.
Okay.
I didn't.
So.
But the best complaint.
A real giving soul, Gary.
Right. So let's think about this, Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
There's no power.
Okay.
There's no water.
No.
They have the pantry next to the front desk with little snacks, and they're depleted right now. There was a
like a granola bar.
Yeah, like a
Nature
Kind bar.
Valley, like
fridge don't work no more.
Right.
So
right.
you got to, if it's cold, you got to get it now.
You get what you get.
This guy had a couple beverages. I don't know what it was, water, soda, something, and a couple chips, right? He goes, he was arguing with them because he wanted to use his points to pay for it.
Pay for
Right. As opposed to just putting it on your room or paying
or like
cash.
the $5.
The lady was like, I can't. What? She was so
Like,
flustered.
our computers don't work, sir.
I was like this.
Do you want to just write me an IOU on a Post-it and we'll circle back next time you're here? Just take it. I would have said just take it.
I was shocked. Then one guy came down.
Continue.
Just making sure I don't breathe when you drink.
Right, yeah.
One guy came down and said, how much is my room a night? And I'll never forget it. The lady goes, $109. He goes, so with no power and no water, how much is my room a night? She goes,
$109.
$109.
Like, sir. I feel so bad.
The front desk?
Yeah.
Oh, I felt so bad for him.
Because not only do they have to work and it's freezing cold, but then they have people complaining to them and it's not their fault, you know?
It's like
they're
the
just
airlines.
Yeah. Man, what a time.
Mm-hmm.
Really sort of puts you in check about like what you complain about, you know?
Well, I did a whole joke on, thank you. I did a whole joke, wrote like a 10-minute bit about my 3 days locked up. And what I realized is I was locked up. I was like them guys on the work release program. You can leave to find some food, but come right back.
Did you have like a vest to put on when you went outside too?
I should have. But
we'll get you one.
movies make the old West look so glamorous.
Yeah, it's not.
You can have that. No running water. I said, now I know why that lady got cut up in The Unforgiven. The smell coming out of those brothels had to be amazing.
Ew. Or not amazing. And like, just not.
Can you imagine them saloons?
No.
No running water?
No.
Because they make it John Wayne and Unforgiven and all those Westerns. They make it look glamorous. You come in on your horse.
There was a bar in
Newtown.
New York called Salon.
Salon or saloon?
Salon, not saloon. Never mind.
Huge difference.
Huge. An extra O.
Yeah, but that O is everything. Salon or saloon?
Saloon. Well, the
Salon
bar,
makes me feel like hair gel and avocado face masks.
that sounds great right now.
Yeah, like a pedicure, manicure, salon. Saloon
Saloon.
has a whole new meaning to me now.
It also, I feel like, has a different like costume attire to go with it. At a saloon, maybe saloon will be a theme one year for the next party.
Yeah, I'll knock on wood. I'll never get to the point where I'll throw up again at a party.
You know what? I'm going to hold you to that because I think that can happen.
There's no way.
I think it could.
I know myself so well now. Even at that party, it was me and the cleanup crew for the house, and I'll never forget who was there. It was me, the cleanup crew for the house, the girl Golden Barbie, the model girl.
Yeah, I don't think she's a publicist.
No. I'm saying she was still there. The people that were still there when I left, and we were leaving at the same time.
You
Like
guys
we
were
closed
like,
the party down.
where's the after party?
Well, Golden
At 6 o'clock at night, by the way.
6 p.m. Golden Barbie was there, and she was doing a quick photo shoot, real quick.
In the front, in the house,
And
or like,
in the kitchen.
oh, so like okay,
Yeah,
got
utensils type shit.
Oh.
And
Domestic.
I think Darrell Wright's wife was there. She's cool, right? I think his wife was left.
It was
It's just
left.
stragglers. It was the most random group. And it was funny because somebody told me later that as I'm helping the staff take garbage out to the cans, sweeping up, like I'm literally cleaning.
You literally cleaned the entire place.
The crew that was left, there was like 4 or 5 people left. They were all talking about where they're going to next. I knew I was going to the hotel and going to bed, right? So literally, I heard.
It had been a really long 4 hours for you that day.
Yeah. I heard, rumor was that somebody told me that was there, and I wish I could tell you who. One of the white girls that was there, left over, was like, is he coming with us? Almost like he better not be coming with us. Almost like, who is this dude and how dare he still be here hanging with us? But you know me, I thought everybody was coming back.
You were like, no, we're hanging out.
I thought everybody went out to take pictures in front of the billboard or something.
Right, you're like, here, take a bag of trash. We're all going to bring it out
Yeah.
together. We're going to help everyone out. Let's hold hands. I got an Uber for all of us.
Yeah. Somebody called me. I don't know how I got home that day. I got back to my hotel safely, though.
That's important. And you're here now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we got home that night either, but I do remember it was a Sunday, which made it even harder to wake up in the morning.
What a random day, too.
Yeah,
That whole party was random.
but it was a lot of fun.
I walked in. What's up? Open bar. What's up? Just,
Followed by like so many cool performances.
man.
I felt like I was back in high school.
Yeah. That was one of the
E40
best
and
parties.
Too Short. I was like, what? My mind was blown.
They were big when you were in high school?
Yeah. Blow the whistle.
You say it so like you're going to the concert.
Blow the whistle.
What's your favorite song? Blow the Whistle? I love it.
I love it. Blow the whistle.
That's never been said like that. And that voice is the voice when everybody else at the concert stops yelling.
And I'm the
Yeah!
only one.
Blow the whistle!
Blow the whistle.
Like you're FaceTiming your parents.
I'm so
Hey, Mom,
excited.
blow the whistle? He just sang it. Okay, I'm gonna call you. All right, E40's going on.
Blow the whistle.
Yeah. So, yeah. Bone Thugs is from there.
No way.
So we do it. So the manager comes up to me. He goes like this, and they had DJ Quick perform that
Oh,
at that party.
that's a good one.
Yeah, and then So the manager of the Barley House goes, hey, man, you're back in town. Here's my info. Call me. I got you. So, all right. I just happened to be in Cleveland 3 months later. Told my opener.
I just happened.
Well, I'm at the Improv a couple
Okay.
months later. And I told him that. I said, dude, I'll be back in a couple months. He goes, dude, come by. We'll take care of you, right?
Great.
This is great. So I go there after my shows, and I was like, I'm going to just stop in and say hi to the dude, right?
Great.
It's Saturday, so the line's pretty long. So I go to the bouncer, and I can't remember the guy's name. Let's say James, right?
Hey, James.
I said, hey, what's up, man? Hey, I was hoping the bouncer recognized you, but he didn't. It was a white bar, pretty much.
Yeah, so you just fit
Oh,
right
I was blending
on
in.
Yeah.
That bouncer looked at me like, so I
He's
said,
like,
hey, can you get
blonde
James?
hair and blue eyes, and you are everyone else here.
Back in the line, homie.
Sir?
So I'm like,
gonna need to direct you this way.
James asked me to come. Now, in James's mind, I'm cool with D-Wade, Gab,
You're
LeBron.
cool with
Like, he's
everyone.
got to be somebody. If he knows them, he's got to be somebody. So
Right. This
the
is what
guy will
James thinks.
not go get him. He just won't. I said, can you call somebody?
You're
he
like,
goes,
no, I promise you, I'm like kind of a big deal.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I'm just sitting there going, he's asked me how I know him. I said, well, I was here a couple months ago, and he told me to say hi when I came in. He goes, well, can you get a hold of him? I said, I don't have his number. He goes, so he's looking at me like this. So you cool with them, but you ain't even got his cell number?
He's like, you do
that.
not have the on-site contact?
I was like, he gave me his card. I lost it. Anyways, my buddy my opener, he ended up getting on his phone and somehow getting a dude's cell number.
There
so
you
James comes out. What's up, dude?
Gary!
Welcome back!
Blow the whistle.
So he asked me, do you want a section? I go, no, it's me and him.
A section.
I don't want a section with me and my buddy. So I say, if we could just get a spot at the bar, we're good.
You didn't want a section.
At all. We're going to look
This
ridiculous.
is like, yeah. Like,
me and a little Asian dude.
you're like,
By ourselves.
this is fun.
I don't need bottles. If you want to buy me a drink, that's great, but I don't need bottles.
Right.
So this is where it's like a Pretty Woman moment. He gives me the end of the bar,
Like
bar,
that, like bar corner.
yeah, bar
right?
corner.
Like
Gives me the
that.
corner. Mm-hmm. And he puts a rope up. Like, people are gonna be bothering me. He puts a rope up and he goes, "We'll have security here just in case somebody's."
Just in case.
Yeah. I said, "Can I get that guy? The guy that was at the
Guy
door."
at the front
Yeah.
who was such a dick to
Yeah.
me.
So now he has to guard me. The rest of the night, I said, "Can I get that guy?"
But at least you knew that no one was going to get through that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Here's my thing with door guys and bars. If you're a hard ass dick, then that's you. But don't be a
That's you.
dick to me and then clearly hollering at females while you're in line and stuff. I get it,
Pulling
you're a
girls
dude.
out, like, you can come in. But
Yeah.
that's also like,
But there's tact to it. You're just not rude to people, and you don't know who they are. You just don't know.
right. You don't want to be rude to anyone.
He was
Rude.
as cold and a dickhead and talked to me like I was stupid. Well, how you not have his number then? What did it? Everything was like, I was like,
Do you have
Okay.
James's number now?
no. I've never been back to Barley House
Okay.
since.
So
I don't even know his name.
You could
James.
run into trouble again.
I could.
Next
I'm not
time
really.
you go back.
I'm not really trying to hit those clubs like that.
Oh,
It
okay.
literally was a.
Okay.
Let me say hi. I'm back
gonna
in
pop
town.
in.
Yeah.
See my friends.
Have a drink and head back to the hotel.
Right. No bottles. No space.
I'm not a bottle person.
Are you?
It's too, you couldn't see my last special. I did a whole bit on bottle service and how
On
ridiculous
bottle
it is.
service? I mean, I guess.
It's a lot. The sparklers
The sparklers are a fire hazard.
and
And quite frankly, with all of those people in the club and the hairspray and the arms go, like, it's.
they're getting more safety
someone
conscious.
could get hurt.
I think they've heard you because
Okay.
now it's like a flashing flashlight.
Oh, that's better.
And then when they're done, they go, it's off, and you're over.
They're
I go,
like-
that was so worth $3,500. It was so
Right?
worth it.
And the like $2,500 tip you have to leave
And
for the poor girl that like got thrown up on by someone's friend.
yeah, and here's the thing: your homeboys are not trying to pitch in.
At all, ever.
Who was the? There's been a couple moments in my life. Vegas was one when we were shooting Think Like a Man. Two. So this Vegas moment is brought to you by Winky Wright, the boxer.
Never heard of Winky Wright.
Oh, he was an amazing boxer. Middleweight champ for a long time.
Okay.
I didn't realize in Vegas, boxers are treated like royalty.
I'd imagine so.
Because that's where they fight. That's
Yeah,
like their
I
home
feel
stadium.
Like Floyd Mayweather owns. He's like the king of Las Vegas.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
But
like,
even Winky, like, I didn't realize it.
do
So
people call him Winky?
Yeah, that's his name, Winky Wright. Ronald Winky Wright.
Oh, okay.
So the Winkster, I call him the Winkster when you're friends with him. And I whenever I talk to him, I wink. Wink!
Does he wink back?
Uh-uh.
Is winking part of his shtick?
Winky. No. But I walked around the casino with him. He came to my special that I did at the Mandalay Bay. Mm-hmm. I walked around with Winky around the casino, and it was like I was in the movie Casino. Like, these guys that I'd never seen in Vegas, they got the Wink! Hey, baby, welcome. What you doing in town, Wink? They took us to a part of the casino that's not on the grid.
Didn't exist.
It was like behind a wall. We went up an elevator. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Where did this craps table come from?
And Wink's just like, this is my friend Gary. Don't mind him.
Yeah. So the when we did Think Like a Man 2, Wink was in he plays golf a lot now. So he goes, yo, I always have a $3,000 basically bar tab comped at the club in here.
Always.
So
Okay.
my road manager, Brad, he's like, what?
It's like,
I was
we're
like-
going out tonight.
So they give us the menu. So it's like a Thursday. And I had like a late call time the next day, like at 1 p.m. So I was like, oh, I can have a couple drinks and still wake up and be
Hang
functional
out,
tomorrow.
Right.
So we're looking at and obviously the bottles in Vegas, $700, $800, right? I'm doing the math like,
least.
we're good for like three. And I
8
told,
bottles.
in my brain, I'm thinking $3,000 comp. I got to pay the tip though.
Right. That's
So
like the
let's-
polite friend thing to do when you're like brought
Right.
out by someone who's like, I got this.
So that's $600. 20% on $3,000 is $600.
Mm.
So I was like, still taking an L tonight, but that's fine, right? Because I'm paying $600 for 2 drinks. Is what I'm doing.
Right. Like literally like a 10-minute hangout.
Yeah. Brad is going to town, right? I said, don't go over 3,000, bro.
Don't you dare.
When I tell you, I told Brad take care of the waitress, and I'll get him as soon as we get back.
Right.
To the room. That waitress looked at me like hell froze over.
She was pissed.
Brad tried to give her $50 on a $3,000 tab. I said, why is she looking at me like that? He goes, what? I said, what'd you give her?
Like,
I
did
gave her $50.
something
I went,
happen?
what?
$50.
$50 on a $3,000. She looked at me like whole attitude changed.
She was like, I better not see
Yeah.
you on the street.
Good luck getting a straw to sip these drinks out of. I said, Brad, I gave her like $50 to go do the tab. He just didn't know, honestly.
She spit in your drinks.
Yeah. So I had to take care of her at the end of the night. Like, I'm sorry about my friend.
Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bummer. But it's good that you rectified the situation. And Brad hopefully knows better now.
Yeah. He just didn't know. I don't think he knew the tab. He thought comp meant comp.
Right.
Everything's
Which
comp.
so many of us think.
But there's people that would take that situation and then still look at Wink and be like, you got the tip, right?
Homemade.
Look,
you
we
took
only
us out.
Look, we only ordered $2,500. You still have $500 left over. Give it to the waitress.
We only ordered $20 worth of drinks.
That's not how
So
this works. It's not how this works.
he's like, we are behind the veiled curtain of the casino, and you have to pay what I tell you you're going to pay.
So let me ask you this as a publicist. Have you been to all the award shows?
Yeah, more or less.
So there's the Oscars,
There's the Oscars.
Golden Globes,
The Golden Globes.
SAG.
SAG.
Is the Golden Globes the one where everybody sits around the tables
Yes.
and get tanked? It looks like the best party.
Yeah.
It looks like everybody's getting
SAG is
fucked
also
up.
like sitting at the tables
Yeah.
and people are drinking.
But Golden Globes is like they're just getting tanked. Y'all, because every table has a champagne bottle on it.
Right.
Every single
I
one.
forgot who their champagne sponsor is, but yes, there's always a champagne bottle at every table.
And it looks like why I like the Golden Globes is I love it when they hire Ricky Gervais because
He's
he doesn't
so good.
give a fuck.
And he drinks on stage and he just has a good time, like
And he
not
throws it in
giving
their
a
face
shit.
completely.
Yeah.
My favorite is just thank your God. Whatever. Just listen. Thank your
It's
God.
like, thank your God. Let's get this over with. Let's make it quick. I can't be here for 3 hours. Like, that's his whole. I think he's hysterical. But it's not him this year.
Was it virtual this year?
It's going to be a virtual hybrid. That's the new term. Amy Poehler in LA, Tina Fey in New York.
But they're gonna be good.
They're always good. They're good duo.
Together.
Yeah.
They were good. They were together one year and they did something funny. Who's your favorite Oscars host of all time?
Oh man. You know, was it last year that they didn't have a host?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a Kevin fiasco. Yeah, that was gonna be 2 years now, but.
Right, 2 years. It's weird to think that an entire year has gone by, and
Isn't that weird?
yeah. I don't know. I'm like not usually paying attention to the hosts.
My favorite was Steve Martin.
And Martin Short.
His delivery just kills me. Some people just kill me with their delivery.
It's about the delivery. It has to be, right?
Holy shit! That Steve Martin one year, he said something like he was giving one of these actors like all his amazing movies, and then in the middle of it, he just goes, he was amazing in this and amazing in this, and he was adequate. And this woman, just the fact that he said the word adequate, the way he said it, and you didn't see it coming.
Amidst like all of these amazing
Amazing is the most overused word in award show speeches.
Is it
to my amazing cast, and my amazing director, and my amazing husband. And I want to shout out to my amazing wardrobe and everyone. Craft service, the amazing.
So amazing.
Beef stroganoff we had on Thursdays.
The beef stroganoff.
It was amazing.
Thank you, Craft Services, for that. It was amazing.
Next time you watch, especially the Oscars, watch how many amazings there are.
I'm going to start counting. I think I could turn it into a drinking game.
Yeah,
that
for real.
Be funny, right?
How many times will they say amazing in the Oscars?
But maybe that's just like the new like award show drinking game.
Amazing. How many times they say amazing in the thank you speeches?
Yeah. Or you
my
could pick a word.
amazing cast, amazing director, my amazing co-stars. I couldn't do this without you.
You're all
amazing. This is our award, but you're not getting it.
This is our award.
I can't do this without any of you.
And it's mine.
And I will never work with 90% of you again.
You can't touch it.
You guys are the reason I have this award, and I never want to work with you again.
Those awards are really heavy. Did you know that?
It looks heavy.
It's like real...
Well, I've held one. I've held one.
Have you?
Was it Jamie's? Whose have I held? Might have been Jamie's.
They're heavy.
Yeah.
They're really heavy.
The heaviest one...
That SAG award is pretty.
I think the
heavy.
NAACP with that big ball
like
on top.
Oh yeah, right.
I don't know.
Right.
That was the ball. That big ball on top.
Ball. It's like someone's like holding it like this.
Yeah, like this. It's
yeah.
Larry Lion King.
Simba, but not.
Yeah.
But the
yeah,
world?
I've held the NAACP awards. Yeah, because I lied and act like I won one year, and people really thought I won. It's
I like
amazing.
that you're like holding them.
I had
now.
2 of them.
Oh.
I was like, and I go, I just won 2 NAACP
Is there a
awards.
photo of it?
Yeah, I put it on my Instagram. I was like, yeah! I thought I really won.
Where were we? I think we were at ESPN in the hallway. And was it a photo of... It was a photo of someone that you had to take a photo with that was like on the wall.
No, they had all the iconic... They had like LeBron. It was like LeBron... It was like
Michael Jordan.
It was all these great players, and I got right in the middle.
And you were like...
And put my... I know I put my high school...
You're right.
They print out my high school picture, and I put it in the middle. It was like LeBron, Tom Brady, all these great, iconic athletes.
And Gary.
And I just panned it.
It was good. That was the day that I informed you for my love for Formula One racing.
Weird. Here's the
Is
thing.
it?
We're at ESPN. The girl that's my point person at ESPN is a black girl. Mm-hmm. You're a black girl.
Yep.
And you two talked for 45 minutes about Formula One and NASCAR.
We weren't talking about NASCAR. I don't fucking follow
Little
NASCAR.
bit. She might have said something. I don't know. But I guess it's Formula One.
She might have said something about NASCAR, but
Just
we
a fact.
were chatting primarily about Formula One race car driving.
Not just chatting. You were like two guys talking about football at a bar in Boston.
Two dudes shooting the shit about
was
our
so lost.
favorite fucking sport.
You guys were naming off names and engines and what kind of oil and this one and this race is my favorite and I can't believe this one they switched the tire and I was like, what is going on right now?
You were in awe of the whole thing. I remember you sitting there just like, what is happening?
It's not just two women, but two black women talking about it. I was like this. I would have never. So if I got my earbuds in and I'm at Catch, LA, and I walk in and I'm just having a nice dinner by myself and I look over and I see two black women in a booth talking.
Chatting.
If you would have gave me 1,000 guesses, Formula One would have not come out of my mouth. Like, what are they talking about? Clothes? No. Men? No. Relationships? No. Movies? No. Music? No.
Basketball?
No. Salons? No. Saloons? No. E40? No. 90s hip hop? No. I'd have been like this. What are they talking about?
Formula One race car
They could have said sports. I would have went gymnastics. No. Tennis. No. Football. No. Soccer. No. Basketball.
That would have been
no.
like your last one. But a lot of people don't consider it a sport. I consider it a sport. A lot of people.
Oh, it definitely is a sport.
Okay, good. We're
It's
on
not
the same page.
Yeah, it's definitely a sport. I don't know because yeah, it's a sport.
It's a sport.
Yeah, but they always say like it's the cars and everything. I go, yeah, but every
You
sport
have to
has
really train for that.
But every sport has like football. You need pads and blah blah blah. And basketball, you need a ball and a hoop. You always need something. You can't just be
Basketball,
sitting
you need
there.
a ball and a hoop.
So
That's basketball.
Formula One.
You need a
need a car and a crew.
And a crew.
And those guys, people don't realize how hot it is in those cars.
Dangerous. And like you can't go to the bathroom. You're in that car for like 2 hours. If you're slow, even longer.
Why don't you think Formula One ever really picked up the United States?
I think it's starting to. I think Netflix put out that docuseries which everyone ate up like candy.
At the Lewis Hamilton?
He's not in the first season. He's in season 2. Season 3, I believe, is airing in like 2 weeks. Hello.
I had a full conversation with him at Kevin's 40th and didn't know who he was.
Lewis Hamilton?
Yeah. We're just sitting there bullshitting.
I feel like he's like in your circle.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone knows him.
I got introduced, this is Lewis.
And
That's how I got introduced to him. They
Hey.
was like this. It was up, Gary, and it was like 4 or 5 guys sitting
Right.
around. And then they go, this is Lewis. I go, how you doing, man? And he talked real bit. And then, I'm in a group with like 4 or 5 dudes,
Right.
and he's in the group. We're all just
You're like
BSing.
bottle service?
And then when I saw him later on, I was like, what is that?
He's a
That was Lewis
huge
Hamilton?
deal.
I was so lost.
He's like the highest paid Formula One race car driver in the history of the sport. He has the most championships. He's just the man.
And he wins a lot.
He wins mostly every race.
Yeah. He's like the Tiger Woods of Formula One. Because not a lot of black guys at Formula One.
He's the only black guy in
There's
Formula
never
One.
been another one?
I mean, don't quote me on that.
Where's he from originally? England?
Yeah, the UK.
See, I know. I'm not
Look
stupid.
at you, Gar,
Yeah.
getting into your F1. It's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about NASCAR?
It's hard to. It's cool. I can see why people get into it. I just not my thing. I can't get into it.
It's not really my thing either.
And I'm not knocking. People love it. People love that shit. It's just not me. But I'm not. Here's my thing. I'm mechanically inclined too. Like you got to know about cars.
Well, right.
I'm looking for like the flux capacitor and shit. Like,
I don't even know what that is, and I don't know a lot
Back to the
about
Future.
cars.
Clearly, you don't rep Michael J. Fox or anybody else from that movie.
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Back to the Future,
Oh, well.
flux capacitor. He was able to time travel in it. Who
Well,
you email right now? What A-list client?
just several. There's just
Several
There's
A-listers.
just a lot of emails that are happening, Gary.
Here's a problem with being on the road with people for a long time.
How
Brad
long
likes-
are you on the road with people?
I'm on the road every weekend.
Well, no, I know, but like, is your opener the same every? Like, are you like
I got a couple
in
different
a
ones.
traveling?
Circus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's similar.
Okay.
I'm the ringmaster, but we switch lions.
Got it.
So-
And you don't drive the car.
No,
the clown
don't.
car.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. You just pile out of it.
That's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm the lead clown. Like they're waiting on me, like bozo.
You're
Oh
always
shit, special guest.
I'm the lead clown.
Yeah.
It's my show.
Now I got a couple different openers I use from time to time, but if it's not one guy, it's another guy.
Right.
And the main thing is, I would love to give young comics like go to a city and everything.
Give them a chance.
But sometimes you don't know what you're getting, and they overstep, or they try to be so funny in the green room. Like, I'm just trying to chill out.
Right. You're like, it's quiet time.
For me, especially when you're doing 3 shows sometimes.
It's a lot. I mean, you are doing like 8 shows a weekend.
On average.
If not more.
Yeah.
Right? Especially on nights you sell out, you book the next show, like you add an extra date or an extra time.
Yeah.
Do you miss sort of that like hustle and bustle of like being on the road and like, because I can't imagine it's the same now as what it was in 2018 or early 2000.
Yeah, I've been on the road so much, I'm used to it now. It's going to be weird seeing a packed house because I'm so used to half full.
Wow.
Now it's going to be odd when we go back to 100% because I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so used to space in the room now. Half full, when they take tables and chairs out and they got half the tables and chairs in there, and now as long as people are in them, it looks packed.
Right.
And you don't realize there's that much space in between them. I'm like, how do they ever fit 300-400 people in this room?
It's real tight.
So you don't know, but you're used to it. But what I was saying about Brad and my openers is the problem is I had cologne, and all of a sudden Brad got similar cologne, and I go,
You guys smell exactly the same.
not that, but we smell. Now I don't like somebody smelling better than me. I'm like, you got the same kind, just a different.
It's just
fragrance.
It's the bad kind. It's the same kind, but it's the wrong kind.
Yep. Or you get people that give you clothing lines. Like there's a guy out of Pittsburgh. He's got a great it's casual. It's sweatpants stuff, but it's called Nolak.
Okay.
Dude, this shit's so fire. And
Shit's so
fire. So he'll send me stuff to my house, or when we go to Pittsburgh, we'll go and he'll give us stuff. And all he wants is you to post and pump his stuff, and it's a cool trade-off. Right. But I'll take my guys in with me, and they'll grab shit. So So you
guys are wearing the same clothes.
We got a call.
And you smell the same.
Right. I'm like, I got a call. Don't wear that tonight. I'm wearing the gray Nolak sweatsuit. Do not wear anything with Nolak on it. Well, we look like a terrible boy band. So Chelsea, if you could have one client, like the whole town's yours, and they said, Chelsea, you can have anybody you want. You're starting your own PR firm. Mm-hmm. Who would it be?
I mean, I think that's a given, Gare. You. Obviously.
Thanks.
Yeah. You're my star client, my favorite client, and you're fun.
Facts.
You know how to tip.
Yep. You done any other your clients' podcasts?
I haven't.
No. First one ever.
This is the first one, maybe the only one.
Let me ask you this.
Uh-oh.
Anybody out there that's like wants to get in the business, but not necessarily in front of the camera, like a publicist behind the camera, behind the scenes, what advice would you give them?
Don't do it.
Don't. That's what I tell comedians. I tell the same thing. There's enough of us.
Listen, well, it's not even just that, but I love my job. Don't get me wrong, but this job is not for everyone. You know, you gotta sacrifice a lot if you want to be good at it. I think, in my opinion. I mean, I have.
Duh.
But it's funny because I was saying, I did this whole, Q&A with these 11th graders in Brooklyn last week, and this one girl kept grilling me and was like, I believe her name was Danielle. If you're out there, Danielle, my therapist and I are still talking about you.
Always a Danielle.
But she was like, do you ever feel like, you just missed out on getting married and having kids because, you really just overdid it for
An 11th
work?
grader asked that?
Yes.
In Brooklyn.
I was like,
not in Omaha, in Brooklyn.
I'm not going to answer that. This is an ongoing discussion in therapy, but thank you for checking. And then was like, okay, well then I have a follow-up. So you don't have kids, but do you have plans? I was like,
Jesus, I thought this was a professional.
My friend who's their teacher, I was like, can you tell Danielle to stop asking me questions? Because this is
from the same girl.
This is getting personal. Yeah.
It's from all the same girl?
All the same girl. She had a lot of very interesting of do you feel like you missed out on things? And do you want kids? And can you still have kids? And what does that look like? And yo, that bitch sent me
That
down a
bitch-
spiral.
Have you ever, now I've never, the reason my manager Lisa,
We love Lisa.
we love Lisa.
If only Lisa were here for
I know,
girl
well,
talk.
Lisa would have been on the other side laughing the whole time.
Lisa and I would have been talking. The
Right,
whole
this would have
time.
been, I don't even know I was here.
We would have taken over the show.
But Lisa said one of the reasons, like, she cut down her roster tremendously.
Yeah.
And she told me, like, one of the reasons she kept me is because she goes, I'm not ever worried about getting a phone call at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
from Gary Owen about being in trouble.
Right. What I have to say is just like I work with some really fucking amazing,
Yeah, you do.
women. And
Oh, women, sorry.
they're really amazing.
Are you talking about people at the lead,
People
misspelled
at the lead.
company?
People at the lead. You know, I think we're all like a big family, and we're all here to help each other out. So if there's a situation, like I can bounce ideas off of someone, and I feel like we're just such a great support system for each other. You know, everyone is living their lives and doing things differently, and we're always helping each other out. You know, like this is the corniest thing ever, but like teamwork makes the dream work, and I think we're all a really good team over there.
Is it all women?
More or less. We've got some dudes.
I was just curious. Is there women there that have kids?
Yeah. Tons.
Well, why didn't you tell that 11th grader?
Well, I did.
You should have put one
I
on
mean,
FaceTime and be like, we can have kids.
You know
We
what?
can have a life.
Danielle?
This is me. I'm not even here right now.
This is me. This is me and my family.
I'm a, what is it? Holograph? What is that?
Hologram?
I'm a hologram. I said
A
holograph.
hologram?
I just make words up. I'm
like
a
that.
holograph. What the fuck is that? Hologram.
Dude, I'm telling you though, like I should have done that. She wouldn't have known. But I didn't, and I felt personally attacked. So I started sweating under the pressure and was like, I don't know why I don't have kids and I'm not married. Danielle, I'm sorry.
Do you remember, did you guys, when you were in high school, ever go to the gym and have those motivational speakers that came to your school?
I went to like an all-girl school. It was all about like,
Still didn't have like guest speakers come in?
I mean, we did, yeah.
Looking back on that in high school, I was like, man, that's a talent.
That is a skill.
We had one girl said,
It's a lot of patience.
yeah, we'd always have these weird ones. We had one girl named was Mindy, and she had shirts like,
Shirts?
yeah, and if she called you out to do something, she gave you a shirt that said, I did Mindy, or I did something. It was very sexually
I hope it
undertones.
didn't say that.
It said something like, I did Mindy.
Not
It was
Molly.
something like that. Like with Mindy, I remember I got one because she asked me to do something. Then we had another guy come. It was like all those speakers back then. I was like, God, to
Kids are
speak in front of a
such,
school.
like, they're so risky. You never know what they're going to ask. Some of them are nice, some of them are respectful, and some of them do not give a fuck.
The most awkward one I ever did, because I've spoken to a couple schools of various things. There was one in Portland, and they asked me to come speak, and they combined like 3 classes. So it wasn't the whole school, but
Middle
it's still
school, high school,
both.
both.
It was if it was maybe 9th graders, I'm thinking 8th, 9th, 10th, or
Okay.
something like that. Because the school was like a K through 12. It was like a charter school.
Right.
But it was like 3 classes in one. I just remember the teacher went up and was saying, you know, he's a stand-up, but you've seen him in Think Like a Man. You've seen him in Ride Along. He's worked with these people.
He's real
The
cool.
entire discussion was questions about Kevin Hart.
Really?
Every question. So you were with Kevin Hart? I did. How tall is he? What's he like? How'd you meet him? Well, I go, do we have anything about my career?
I am also an actor, a comedian, a producer, a writer.
I texted Kevin's like, hey man, I don't know if you know this.
You're like, I'm just going to call him and put him on speakerphone.
They asked that.
Can stop.
Can you call him right now? There's a website that has the most inaccurate number of what celebrities make.
What's the website?
It's like Celebrity Wealth or something. You can look at. We did it on one of my movie sets. We were laughing at what they thought we were worth.
What,
it was so off.
What was your worth?
Isn't
that such a fucked up way?
Well,
what's your worth?
I'm all over the place. One website has I'm worth $3 million. Another one says $8 million. I'm like, that's a hell of a window.
That's
a huge
wide
window.
Gap.
I'm gonna go with the 8.
I mean,
let it ride.
Let it ride. I'm
for
going to go with
whatever.
8 and let it ride.
Let it ride. And the IRS calls, be like, that's a fake website? Duh.
Not real. I did not put that information up there myself.
Right.
There's a child that's an online editor that's doing all of this.
I think it's celebritynetworth.com.
Should I Google it?
Google celebrity net worth, and the website will pop up. And then type in my name, we'll see what they say I'm worth. Where I'm at today, because COVID hit, so clearly I had to take a pay cut. I didn't work for 4 months.
Clearly. Oh, yeah.
Did it pop up?
Well, here it is, right? Oh, hottest article of the day. How billionaire hedge fund manager David Tepper got the coldest revenge ever on his former boss. That sounds crazy. Okay, let's look you up. Gary Owen. Net worth. Oh, that's a good photo of you.
That was when I held at the NAACP Image Awards. That's just $3 million.
Your net worth is $3 million.
That's it. Let's see what Leslie Small is. He directed me in a couple of movies. Ooh, I got him beat.
But also these ads are just so distracting. Let's see Danny Glover.
40 mil. Man. Okay, Danny.
Danny Glover, where you at? Can I holla at you? Who else can we
But I want you to holler at him just like that.
Can I holla
Danny,
at you?
can we have a Lionel Richie 71 dating a 30-year-old type deal?
It is really funny. I did sort of objectify a man 2 weeks ago while getting a bagel. COVID times. And it was, my game was actually still very strong in a mask and everything. I was really impressed with myself. I did.
At the bagel spot?
At the bagel spot. My opening line was, do you have a girlfriend? He said, no. I said, do you want to date? He said, can I get your number? He looked kind of young, so before I saved my number in his phone, I was like, wait, how old are you?
Hold on. You just hollered at a guy at a bagel spot?
Yeah. Got to flex that power muscle, you know?
I've never had that happen in my life.
Well, I got his number, and I left without even getting his name.
But you called him?
He called me.
Did you guys sleep together?
No, it's COVID. We're keeping it locked down.
So you're still talking to him on the phone right now?
No, it was truly just, sorry, sir. There
was nothing there after you talked to him?
It was truly
I'm so confused by this whole...
just a flex, you know, to be like...
Oh, you want to see if you could get the number,
Yeah.
and that's it. I was just flexing on you.
I mean, I didn't...
You were a one-night stand that didn't happen.
Correct.
Whoa. Why are you fucking with guys' emotions out here in L.A.? It's tough out here.
It's tough everywhere, and you know what?
It's not tough everywhere,
I
by the
just
way.
turned another year older, so I needed that reassurance
Flex.
that mama's still got it, you know?
Mama with no kids still got it.
Blow
So
the
basically,
whistle.
there's a 20-something at a bagel shop that'll smash you. There's an 11th grader in Brooklyn that'll smash you. What more flex you need, Chelsea?
I'm doing really well, you guys.
Dude,
Doing great.
you're a wild one.
I mean,
Flexing. Because I remember when I met you and / hired you,
I was like
You
a
had a
real,
boyfriend.
I was a kid. Yeah, I did have that boyfriend.
because you was always talking about your boyfriend, and then one day you weren't talking about him, and I think we were at the hotel restaurant. Let's not start rumors with Lisa,
right.
and you didn't bring up any guy talk
the boyfriend
at all, and I go, "You still got a
Something's
boyfriend?"
off here.
Right, and you go, "No."
Not anymore.
And you in classic Chelsea form, you went like this. Yeah, JK.
No, thank you.
Not today.
Not no.
Mama had to move on. Mama's
Yeah,
out
that
the
was-
kitchen. Mama's in the yard. I'm talking Friday.
That was a very short-lived relationship, sadly, but also happily, and it's good we're not together.
Damn, what a flex, though. Let me get that number.
In
at a
by
bagel
the way,
shop.
I was
What
in
time
a
was it?
mask. I had sunglasses on, and I was wearing a beanie. So I could have been robbing him. You know what I mean? He had no idea what I
What?
looked like.
What time of day was it?
It was 9:30 in the morning.
Talk about that dude is still wearing that outfit.
Still texting me
He's
too.
literally going, man, I didn't even realize this Old Navy hoodie pulled chicks like this.
Haven't
I almost said hoes, but I wasn't going to do that to you.
Thank you.
I said, chicks.
Thank you. Chicks.
I'm trying to think, has that ever That's never happened to me, what you just said. The flex. I think I can think of 2 occasions where I was so like, what?
Oh.
One, I was in the Navy.
Okay.
When the
Were
clubs
you
closed.
in uniform?
No. With George, you know, when you're a teenager in D.C. in the Navy, I was a teenager. The only place I could go was Georgetown because those were all the college bars, right? So I could get in.
Right.
18
so
and over.
chic.
And after the clubs closed at 2 a.m., there was a Subway right there on Georgetown's campus where everybody would go. And the line, it was like the after party because the line would be crazy at Subway, right?
Right.
This-
You see all
these-
your friends.
Yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm just behind, not paying attention. I'm really focused on the sandwich I'm going to order. And these 2 dudes are in there, and they're clearly lying because they're acting like they played football at Texas A&M, or they do play football because they said it too many times. I was like this. I don't even know, and I go, "There's no way they play because they're saying it too much,
Right.
And they're not getting the
That's
reaction
like
they
a
want."
dead giveaway.
But the problem was they were talking to a girl from Sweden.
Who had
Who
no
no
clue.
idea what football is over here.
No. Or what Texas A&M was for that
Right.
matter.
She looks at me and she goes, "So what's your name?" And I went, "Gary." And then
I'm
she
Gary.
goes, so she goes, "You're my boyfriend right now."
Yeah.
And I went, "Fine."
This sounds good.
So
what do you
now
want from Subway?
She grabs my hand. So now we're holding hands. Because I walked in on this, right? So I walk in. I'm there probably. I'm telling you this whole story. It's like a minute.
Okay.
'Cause I walked in. The dudes were at the little, you know, how Subway, you can sit at the window and eat your sandwiches?
Yeah.
So they're standing.
They're at, like,
they've
the
already
Subway
ordered.
bar.
Yeah. Text Sam. "Hey, what's up, baby? Yeah. Linebacker. He's quarterback."
Right,
You
like
know?
Texas A&M in D.C.
Right. That makes no sense.
Sir.
They were probably military guys from Texas, I'm guessing.
Okay.
So now
I
they
love the credit you're giving them, even now.
Dude, they were trying.
Okay.
So after a minute
A
of
for
me
effort.
walking in, she just looked back. And she basically, "You're my boyfriend," grabs my hand, and then she told him, "This is my boyfriend." All right. You know what I mean? So,
Right, and you were like,
But the
yeah,
flex
did you
gets
wanna,
better.
Like, eat this Subway together?
This girl's flex is even better.
Okay. Should I take notes?
No.
Oh.
It just happened, and I never saw her again. We get our Subway sandwiches, and now I got her laughing, right? Because now she's like, "Man, you're funny." And
'Cause
she's with her
you're a
friend.
comedian.
But I'm not a comedian back then. I was in the Navy.
You're a Navy.
I'm like 18,
SEAL.
19. So we started talking. My buddy's there. He pulls up in the car because I was getting our sandwiches to go. All this happened within like 5-10 minutes.
5 minutes.
So I go, "You need a ride?" Because most people caught this the metro.
Right. You're
to
like,
and from.
"Girlfriend, do you want to come with us?"
Yeah, she gets in the back of my buddy's car. She parked at the metro stop like 10 minutes away from Georgetown.
Okay,
In a car, 10 minutes.
Okay.
So now we're driving back to her car at the metro stop. She's still holding my hand in the car.
So you guys were like real boyfriend and
I'm like,
girlfriend
is she
for like
really,
10
why
minutes.
is she still holding my hand? And then she got out of the car.
And she was like, "Peace."
This is before cell phones.
Never
So
heard
it
from her
literally,
again.
I think we did exchange home numbers, but
Stop.
she was a nanny. That's why she was living in D.C. for like a nanny for a diplomat.
Home numbers. Gosh, do you remember a home number?
So I couldn't exactly, I never saw her again.
Wow, that's a true love story.
Yeah, we dated for 15 minutes. There was another flex that was better than that
Flexing
one.
is tough, and you really have to tap into your
Your
inner
flex is what
confidence.
a lot of men would call tease. You teasing me. That dude right
Or
now, what's your
he's-
problem?
literally asking me if I'm okay because I haven't responded in days.
Come on. You used garlic schmear.
Sorry. It was,
Are you okay?
Like,
But that should worry you. Like, that's a good move. You flexed on the wrong dude.
I know.
Because if he's calling like that off of, let me get your number.
right, like off of some dumb shit.
2 calls, 2 texts. That's it. You got to be done.
Sorry,
at that point.
homie.
He's still texting. How many calls does he have?
XOXO. Like 1? Well, here's the thing. I did call myself from his phone, and then he did text me from another number.
Ooh, he got a little flex on himself. He's not single.
No, he is not.
There's no way.
No. And like, by the way, another flex that I learned from him actually, I was like, wow, you leave your read receipts on. That's a move.
So you could tell
I can see.
He
if
read
he's-
your text.
Isn't that, like, I think that's such a flex. People leave their read receipts on, and you're like, hey, want to hang out? And it's red, and you're like,
You're not even going to answer.
hello? Like, I saw that you saw.
Yeah. Flexing.
That's a flex.
That is
It's a
facts. I'm too
strong
busy to answer you
move.
right now.
I have to
I'm
like
getting other bagels.
relearn all of the moves for when this is all over, so I can like, be first out of the gates. In my
That's a
old
good move right
age.
there. Just do that. Hey, want a date?
Hey. Oh.
I had another flex story and left my brain.
Did
that
it
was a good one.
Involve Too Short.
No, no flex on Too Short. No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no flex with Too Short.
No flex from Too Short.
That girl flexed on me. Oh, I remember the other one. This is a better one, by the way. I went to first got to LA, didn't know everything closed at 2. We go to this after hours spot, which is at some house.
Okay.
And I just remember Tyson was there. There was a bunch of people there, right? There was a bunch of porn people there. And I didn't know who was in porn and who wasn't.
Sound like a safe party.
Well, a couple things happened at this party.
Yikes.
This one girl who is now in the porn game, been in there, this is 21 years ago. 22 maybe? It was a long time ago.
Okay.
We walk in and literally, I got no credits. I'm an open mic comic. Just got to LA. This girl goes, hey girl, what you doing? She goes, I'm going home with him. And looked at me and I went,
And you're
what
like-
the fuck? And the 3 guys I was with her, what was that? And I go,
You're like, I'm
I
Gary
don't know.
Owen. My celebrity net worth is $3 million.
Not there, not then. 3,000 right now?
You're like, I
So-
did take out a loan
So literally, she's not in porn at this time.
at this time.
Right. So I end up
But
talking
she's
to her
like
at the party.
dabbling.
She's trying to break in the business. Like I'm trying to be
Got it.
actor, comedian.
Like you both are trying to break into your respective
right.
businesses at
so
that time.
We're talking at the party now, and she tells me what she's trying to do.
Oh.
Adult film. I was like, really? She goes, yes. So when the party's over, everybody's leaving. My guys are still talking to some girls.
You're cleaning
I'm
up the
sitting.
trash.
I'm not. We didn't stay that late. I'm sitting in her car now, BSing with her, even though I'm going home with my guys, and she breaks out this whole like, what do you call it? A resume with pictures and everything.
Like
she goes,
a
yeah,
portfolio
like
of
butt
her
naked
work?
and this and this. She goes, yeah, I'm trying to break in. I'm out here. I was like, oh well, I hope it works out for you.
Right, you're like, this seems good for you.
She made it. She made it.
Did she?
I'm not gonna say who, but she made it.
Well, I'm proud of her then. She,
Yep. And we actually had a fucking interesting conversation. I never talked to anybody in the business before.
wow.
So it was interesting. And she made it. She did it. I mean, she's retired now.
Oh, wow.
But there was a time.
There was a
in
time
there.
she was in the business.
Yep.
Good for her,
She did it.
The one thing I
She
do
did
like
it.
to tell kids is like, you can do anything you want to do if you
can
set
do.
your mind to it.
You can.
You know?
You can do it.
You can.
She made it.
Blow the whistle.
She did a lot. She was blowing a ton of whistles. Sometimes there was like 3 whistles in the room. She's blowing all 3. It's like, wow. I clearly wasn't special,
Well,
you know. But the fact that I walked in, she goes, "I'm going home with him."
I'm
I
going
was
to
like,
have
"What
to
was
try that. You were like, what was your name?
Yeah.
I'm Gary. I'm Gary. I'm Gary.
Yep.
Were you pointing at me? Was there someone behind?
I was so taken.
Cool.
When you get to LA and
It's
you're not
wild,
from here
right?
and you start seeing celebs in your mind, they
Mm-hmm.
could be like, they had a 3-episode arc on Ozark, but you're like,
like on
yo,
Law and Order SVU.
that's my show.
Right.
When you start seeing people, you are like, whoa. Because the first couple LA parties I went to, I was like, yo. One time we was at something by And One, the clothing line. This one girl just looked at me. My buddy was hollering at her, and she goes, you want to dance? And looked at me, and that's how I went, huh? I go, yeah. And then we're
Sure.
dancing, and I was like, dude, I'm supposed to be here.
Dancing.
Like, I belong.
You're like, I'm home.
Yep.
I think LA is like a real trip for people who aren't from here. You know what I mean? It's like it's a wild place.
You think?
Yeah, and I grew up here. Ooh.
Well, I'm glad I got to live, a year and a half, 2 years, single, young. So I felt like I experienced.
You got it like out of your system here.
Yeah. I felt like
you had the opportunity to like really live it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was struggling, and I got to see their side of it when you do get a TV show and a movie. And you're like, whoa. And I was hanging with Jamie Foxx one summer.
Right.
I was like this. Wow. I don't regret that summer 98 at all. It was an amazing summer to be a young man.
Fantastic. Right.
Stories I will keep to myself for the rest of my life.
Keep them in your journal.
Unless you're drunk at a party and you're helping people clean up throw up. And you see Jamie. Jamie!
Remember that summer in
What happened to the
98? You still talk to them? They still hit me up.
No. All right, Chelsea, I don't want to keep you too much longer, but anything you want to pump? That's what I always ask my actors and the comedians. Anything you want to pump, Chelsea? Any bagels you're ordering this week?
No, I don't have any pumps or flexes. Used them all last weekend.
So any of my 11th
no,
grade
thank you.
viewers, hit Chelsea up. You smash that.
I'm really old.
That's a good way to end it.